Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Diddy's trial start tomorrow. Diddy start, listen, man. They picking jury selection. It's going down. We're going to run through the whole history of the Diddy case, all the way from where Cassie first put in the little $30 million lawsuit and Puffy laughed at it, told her, go about your business, when he already know he wasn't trying to go there, And then from there, then the indictment dropped, and then from there he won with the liquor company, and then from there they raided his house, and then from there he's in jail. From there he went for bail. We're going to go through everything so you caught up for tomorrow. We're going to do some commentating. I'm going to have a special guest on here connected to Diddy's camp, and we're going to hear what you got to say. All right, let's start this, man. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Let's get it up. Let's get them likes up. Hit the likes, hit the likes. All right, you know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. We here, man. We here. We talking about the Diddy joint. I got Nancy Grace getting ready to break this down. Stay tuned. The trial start tomorrow, so I know y'all kind of forgot about it, and it lingered off your mind with all this Big U stuff coming up, Yellow Beezy stuff coming up, them trying to lock Young Thug up. Everything was going on and distracted you from the Diddy trial, so I'm going to use Nancy Grace because I love her. Round of applause to Nancy Grace. Relax, y'all. Relax, man. Just relax, man. Yo, check. We're going to use the Nancy Grace joint, right? And you're going to hear from a hood point of view about Nancy Grace's evidence. Gunshots. Now, we're going to show you how we ride over here. So let's get this thing popping. All right? Nancy Grace always got something good.
In the last hours, not one, not two, but 3 locations raided. Locations connected to the rap mogul, Sean Diddy Combs.
Large teams of law enforcement led by Homeland Security investigators raided 3 homes belonging to Sean Diddy Combs in Los Angeles and Miami as part of a sex trafficking investigation stemming from accusations leveled against Combs in 5 separate lawsuits brought against him.
In the 73-page document, Jones claims that Combs forced him to solicit sex workers and perform sex acts with them as Combs looked on. Jones also alleges the rapper threw parties he called freak-offs, during which underage girls and sex workers were given laced drinks and assaulted.
You are seeing video.
We're going to talk about the freak-offs, right? This is Diddy's evidence and his defense. Y'all tell me if this make any sense, if you think this tilt the needle or swayed a little bit, right? He's saying that the word freak-off is from him and Cassie's terminology of when they decide to bring another man into their bedroom. They say like Cassie would go book the room allegedly, would pick out the ex-worker allegedly, and then she called Diddy and tell him, yo, I'm at suite such and such, and Diddy walk up in there and they do what they got to do, and that's they freak off. So instead of going through all that, she just tell him, yo, I feel like a freak off tonight, and then he'd be like, go ahead, set one up. And they worked on it together, that this was all consensual. That's what they're saying. What do y'all think about that? Put it in the comments. Let me know if you think that, that defense will work, because that's what they working with. All right. That was their title for it. Their title was, it's a freak off. All right. That the parties he having is not freak offs. The government is saying that the parties is freak offs. They go in there with male ex-workers, female ex-workers, and underage. You remember the hoopla when the video came out with him stomping Cassie out, right? Like I said, if y'all sensitive to me saying stomping her out, and we don't watch words here because this is a gangster channel for gangsters. So I'm letting you know now, any flip-flop man, rat bastards, and trolls on this live, I'm giving you 3 seconds to tap out respectfully. All right, you already know the routine. Get off my channel. Happy Sunday to everybody else. But that's what it is. So he's saying that was their title for it was a freak off. All right.
Video that our friend Harvey Levin at TMZ gave us. They somehow managed to get in there and get video of Diddy's home, Combs' home, after the raid. And yeah, it looks like a storm hit it. Next, ooh, somebody spent a lot of money on shoes.
But listen, man, you see how they say somebody spend a lot of money on shoes. Come on, Nancy. I mean, but you know, you talking to yours, I'm talking to mine. Now, check, right? You got $1 billion. How many shoes do you think a man that got $1 billion is going to have? And especially when shoe companies and fashion companies and brands is sending them sneakers for to say, oh, somebody sure spent a lot of money on sneakers. Do you think that was a little biased, y'all? Somebody put in the comments, let me know.
Hey, I'm really surprised all the clothes are still hanging on the racks. To me, that's preferential treatment. Because
No. It's not preferential treatment. This is the way it went down, right? Let's ride. Because, you know, they done raided a few of my houses, too, so I got to give it to you raw. When they come in with the warrant, and they tell you people like, nah, we're just looking for certain items. They show the warrant, you know, they look in the closet, they take something off the hanger, they put it back up, and, you know, then, you know, tell the person, okay, well, you could wait out here while we finish our search so that you don't get in our way. Then as soon as they go out, they tear that whole closet up, you know? So the stuff hanging up, Nancy, is just the stuff that they use for the front. For, you know, when the cameras first went in. So now you had something to say that, oh, he wasn't bad. They even left some suits they probably didn't search. Picture them not searching those suits that's up there. Come on, Nancy.
Because on searches that I have been on and conducted, nothing is left unturned. Not.
Does it look like anything in this screen is unturned? You telling me that you don't think that they done tore this joint up from looking at this picture? Y'all put it in the comments. Y'all let me know, man. We ain't biased over here, Unique Mecca Audio. We just speaking the facts. Y'all let me know what it is, and we gonna keep it moving.
Not a thing. It's amazing what people will do to hide contraband or evidence. What evidence am I?
Yo, you heard what she said? It is amazing. We're gonna take for a ride. And this is why you youngins don't need to go to prison. Do you know that when you in transit and you getting to go out to jail, they strip you butt naked, right? They make you turn around, bend over and cough, spread your cheeks and all that, right? I'm telling you how it is if y'all want to go to prison. This is what it is. So you're supposed to spread your cheeks, bend over and cough. You know? So now when you cough, they make sure you don't have nothing. But you got some dudes that want to hide their contraband, you know what I mean, in their back door. Now you wind up in a bullpen with somebody, you get into it with him, you think that he can't have nothing because he got stripped too. And then now all of a sudden he pulls out a poker from the back door. Welcome to prison. That's why I'm telling y'all, don't go to prison, but definitely go to Unique Mecca Audio Prison Stories at YouTube to hear more of these stories. But we just riding because this is what Diddy got to go do. When Diddy go to court, they're going to wake him up 3 in the morning, right after the 3 o'clock count. You know, it's about 3:30. They're going to wake him up and they're going to march him and parance him downstairs. And when he get down there, they're going to make him lay down on the bench till about 5:30 after the 5 o'clock count. And then they're going to bring him in and they're going to change him out, let him put on whatever he's going to wear to court. And then they're going to put him back in the bullpen. And then he's going to sit there till about 7:30. And mind you, he got up from 3:30. That's 4 hours of bull crap, mental torture. By the time they come and you get in that courtroom, you happy to see the judge. You know what I mean? They got you waking up, rolling over, everybody stinking. They know they ain't going nowhere for at least 2 hours. So now how do you speed 2 hours up when you trapped in a cage? Somebody tell me how you speed 2 hours up when you trapped in a cage. We need to get these like buttons up, and then I may give you the answer to that. All right, but until then, I'm gonna give you a chance to get them like buttons up. Like right now, man. Let's play the outro to get it going.
Cheers, cheers, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Hey, oh, I,
can of 26. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it.
All right, so now we back. See, that's how we party at the Mecca. That's called a ride. That's called a ride. See, YouTube gave us a chance to do our own thing over here, and that's exactly what I'm doing. You know, you're going to see other people pick it up because I've always been what they call a trendsetter. That's why the rat bastards and flip-flop wearing and public trolls can't stand me, because I speak facts and I stand on it. All right, let's get this thing going.
What am I talking about? I'm talking about videos, potential videos of underage girls and boys in the middle of sex acts.
Okay, she's talking about potential underage girls and boys in videos. Did anyone see anything about girls and boys underage videos yet? And the trial starts tomorrow. But this is what has been pumped out there. So imagine someone that got the whiff of this and didn't get the whiff of that's going on right now. That there is no tape so far. But they, in their mind, going in there to triumph for his freedom, believing that there's tapes. Then at the end of the trial, when it's over and they see that there are no tapes, then they're going to be like, whoa. But there's tapes, guilty, because it was already put into their mind. So that's why they're having what they call tomorrow, the jury selection, where they're going to do what they call the voir dire. See, I give y'all legal terminology here. That's the voir dire. Y'all call it what you want, but that's what it is. All right. Now, that's where his lawyers is going to try and find people that want to be on the jury that's like-minded to understand his freaky charges. And the prosecutor is going to get people that's on the other side. And then they're each going to try and paint their picture of what they believed happened to each other's side. Not to the side they already picked, because they already know 9 times out of 10 they got them, so they got to swave the other side. Are y'all catching this? Is this making any sense to y'all? Somebody let me know if this making any sense to y'all, man. All right.
I want to go straight out to Kiela Brantley joining us, investigative reporter, dailymail.com. It did all get kicked off with Cassie Ventura's complaint. Explain.
Cassie Ventura, they dated for 10 years. She was actually 19 years old and he was 37 at the time. She called the relationship abusive, controlling. She said that Diddy forced her to have sex with male prostitutes and watched and recorded it. And in addition to that, she said that he forced her to do drugs and so many horrific details there. And that went on for 10 years. And that
Hold up. This is just a question to y'all. Do y'all believe that Diddy forced her to take drugs, or do you think she willingly took the drugs? Now, I can see her being persuaded to take the drug because she was in the drug environment and that's what he was doing, and they could try and use that as coercing her to use it, influencing her to use it. So it could go either way. But, you know, they say that for 15 years he forced her, but yet she was free to go out to these wonderful galas and these shopping sprees. I mean, somebody explain that to me. Do that make sense to you? Oh, I'm the only one. Thank you, Coco, NYUK. You know, that's where we at, man. Somebody help me understand this.
all culminated in 2018 when she tried to leave him, and she says that he came and raped her. Now, this is exactly the catalyst that sparked all of the other lawsuits. Now he's facing 5 lawsuits with a lot of similar stories from these alleged victims.
See, what happened with those lawsuits is this, right? They decided to, they decided to, they decided to bombard him at that time. They figured that they'll bombard him because he's already busy with fighting for his life. So surely he's not going to pay the lawsuits any mind. So somebody let me know about that, because I'm really confused right now. All right.
I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Hold up. Did anybody believe that apology? Was that a heartfelt apology to you? Put in the comments yes or no while this intro play, and at the same time, hit that like button. All right, hit that like button.
Cheers, cheers, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
All right. Did anybody believe that apology? Did that apology move you in any way? Put it in the comments and let me know.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. But sometimes you got to do that. I was up. I mean, I hit rock bottom.
Did you?
But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
So don't say tomorrow that you didn't do what's in that video when you done made this video saying that your actions is inexcusable. Because you see how these videos come back and bite you? So now you got to stand on it.
Full responsibility for my actions in that video.
Okay, I had to get that out. We saw the video of you brutally beating and kicking and dragging Cassie, and now you apologize? Now? Apology not accepted. Now, how is it at that time no charges were filed, and you know hotel security saw the whole thing? Do you believe his apology? Is it not a day late and $1 short?
Absolutely, Nancy. And as you said, Diddy's only apologizing right now because he got caught. Everyone sees right through that apology, including Cassie Ventura, who released a statement via her lawyer, who called Diddy's apology pathetic, essentially.
See, let me explain to y'all what's going on with this part right here. What's going on is they're saying that the hotel saw the footage. They knew that it was an assault. They knew it was a crime, and they didn't report the crime. So what the feds are going to do now is put the pressure on the hotel to say what they need them to say to make their interpretation of the tape accurate. But it's going to be, just speak the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But right now, the hotel people, everybody that was working that night, that had any communication with that is all in hot water right now. But they got a deal to come tell about this hotel thing, and that's the way it worked. They had a case, let's ride. They had a case called Singleton versus United States. See, I think they called it Singleton 2001. You know what I mean? Or 201. But that's where they were saying that no attorney under the Constitution should be able to pay someone anything of value in order to get a testimony. And what's the greatest thing of value to someone other than their freedom and their life and liberty? But the defense can't pay or reward a witness for anything. But the prosecution can reward them by not charging them, by not locking them up, by not seizing their property, by not putting them on the indictment. But the defense can't do any of that. So it was a case that went to the Supreme Court while I was locked up, and my heart was jumping. But the thing is with that is 95% of the people that went to trial that got locked up for that, that's exactly what they're locked up for. So that means that all of them would be able to go home. They didn't want to do it, so the Supreme Court didn't grant what they call certiorari, meaning they didn't decide to hear the issue. But this issue would have revolutionized the whole justice system. Because they say you can't give anyone anything of value to induce their testimony. But when you tell somebody, I'm not going to charge you if you testify, is that giving them something of value? Put it in the comments. Let's keep it 100. See, we give you things that you don't even know because we take you on a ride at the Mecca. All right.
Cassie's saying that he's only compelled to speak out now because of this damning evidence. Diddy allegedly paid $50,000 to the hotel to get the video and for it to never be released.
Now,
see, now they're going to bring in someone from the hotel that they told, we're not going to criminally charge you for not reporting this crime as long as you testify truthfully and honestly. Diddy did give you the 50 grand so we can burn this. You see where I'm at? That's where I'm at right now. All right, let's play this. All right.
you're the expert, of course, Dr. Delatorre, but as a layperson or just a trial lawyer, this is what I observe. Number one, I'm so sorry, and he looks away. That's a hallmark characteristic of a liar. They cannot look you in the face and just say, look, I'm sorry. He never says what he's sorry for.
Does this look like a I'm sorry face to y'all? Somebody put a comment. Do this look like a I'm sorry, or you talk to me?
Never says the name Cassie Ventura or Kim Porter or any of the other women that claim he abused them.
All of this is just a play. It's a mask that the offender wears in order to prevent the actual feelings. Because if he did feel any of these things, he would have stood up in court. He would have pled guilty. He would have accepted the punishment that he would have given, that they were going to give him. He would have wanted the most punishment.
To you, Daryl Cohen, entertainment lawyer, former felony prosecutor, what do you think, Daryl?
He has said, I was wrong. It was my darkest day. And I believe his apology. Is it late? Sure. But is it appropriate? Absolutely. Did he do it after the video came out? Yes, he did. That was an appropriate time to do it. And I think he's right. They're looking now for money.
What about this?
Talk to him.
Nobody likes to rat out a friend, right? Snitches get stitches and all that. But there's one guy, 50, from G Unit rapper, 50 Cents. When this all went down, he states, it's not did Diddy do it, it's Diddy done it. Because they don't come after you until they got a case. That's him. He's going on and on and on. Why do I care? Because he may have inside information. Not just him, but Usher, even Bieber, Justin Bieber. And I'm not saying any of them are responsible for any wrongdoing. I'm saying that they could.
Hey, y'all, do you know that when this trial begins, don't be surprised if it turned out the way the government wanted to turn out. If you see Justin Bieber actually get on the stand, because now they got to get on the stand. They're going to have to release the names of who the witnesses are going to be. And what I don't understand, because we riding, what I don't understand is how he has an indictment for being the leader of a RICO and they don't have 5 names listed that he organized, controlled, or supervised and received substantial income. That's the way the statute's written. See, I know that because I fought it for 26 years. And I'm trying to prevent y'all from going down that road. That's why we doing this, right? Oh, yeah, this joint here is sponsored by Cashbox. Cashbox is getting ready to come out in June. Be on the lookout for it. Like I said, if you meant to send money to someone else and it went to someone else, then it is what it is, the way the system is working now. But Cashbox has revolutionized sending money, where now when you send money to someone, it alerts them that the money has been sent. They go to pick the money up, but when they go to pick it up in the middle, there's what they call a virtual vault. that then alerts them like a two-step verification process. Hey, Susie Doe is trying to pick the money up. Did you mean to send it to that squally? Or you meant to send it to Jane Doe, the other squally? And he looks, he said, nah, neither one. I met a new squally. Gunshots. You know what I mean? But right there, he could pull it back, you know what I mean? And then send it to the third squally. Come on, man. Let's keep it moving.
You turn up to be witnesses.
If you were attending one of these parties, if you will, and you attended before, or you knew what was going to happen, that is, you knew that a particular drug was being used in drinks that was causing people to be coerced and taken advantage of, and you were there in the room, or you participated, or you watched it happen and didn't say anything, or you helped cover it up, in my view, you have a problem.
That's the same way with the hotel people. If they knew, looked at that tape and decided to take 50 grand for it, that means that they have a problem.
Yeah. That's to you, celebs in Hollywood. That is Tony Busby, the attorney speaking, and we were given that from our friend Harvey Levin at TMZ.
As rumors swirl around the sex trafficking allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, many celebrities in Combs' circle have remained silent. Others, especially those named in Rodney Jones' lawsuit, have rushed to the rapper's defense.
They don't even have his co-defendant's name. So how is anybody being silent to something that nobody knows what's going on? Does anyone knows what's going on in the Diddy trial? Joe Williams, yeah. Oh, Joe Smooth, my man for the Polo Grounds. Tell me what they got against Diddy. That's all I want to know. There ain't no defending Diddy. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. We can do the pre-warm-up for the Diddy trial because we're going to go in on that joint this week because the jury selection is going to be crazy. We hear the answer when the prosecutor and when the defense asks certain potential jurors certain questions and they responses. Somebody's going to say he's guilty of sin and he should be castrated. It's going to be on the front of page 6. Get ready. All right.
Producer Stevie J posted a highlight reel of Combs' 50th birthday party to Instagram, showing off many A-list attendees.
Everybody parties with Puff. Scott Johnson joining me, forensic psychologist.
Yo, my man Chalucci got some shirts that say, everybody want to go to the parties, but nobody want to go to court. Did you hear that? My man Chalucci, right? Go look him up. I think it's at Lucci LLC. You know, on Instagram. He got some joints. Everybody want to go to the parties, but nobody want to go to court. What do you think about that statement and that branding?
Scott Johnson, you think the feds care?
Oh, absolutely not, because this is just him portraying this socially normal, respected kind of individual soiree, when in fact the dark side's still going on. And so regardless of who he's with, it doesn't take away at all the credibility of any of the alleged victims or the charges against it.
You see the way they talking like these is all facts and this was happening. They don't say if someone was in this situation, was facing XYZ, they wouldn't be no different than someone in that situation fitting JYA. You see what I'm saying? But this is where the social media guilt come in, and the same people that watch this stuff on social media is going to be the ones that's considered as a pair, you know, his pair. All right.
There are 4 Jane Does and 1 John Doe.
A lot of those.
They have been interviewed by the feds. Listen.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of business. Because when they would do it, Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave.
What we have right there is a classic case of what we call a rat bastard. Now, the reason why I say that is because this dude, right? We got to put him back up here. Right, this dude here, he turned around and he got caught for a crime, and now he's in the interrogation room saying, let me out of this crime because I know a bigger crime that involves bigger names than me, like P. Diddy, J-Lo, whoa. And that's where they supposed to grab it and run with it. That's the way the system works. because he's talking about a crime. So he's trying to get a deal on the current case by creating a new case. Do you see how a rat bastard work now? Relax. Let's ride.
With Cassie, I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of business. Because when they would do it, Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with people and stuff, and I was like a sex slave.
That is Jonathan Odie under interrogation, describing basically, in his words, being a sex slave to Sean Combs. At this hour, as we are on air, new victims are being ferreted out, claiming violent beatings and sex abuse at the hands of Sean Puffy Combs. Listen.
And we know more information about the victims, that's alleging these lawsuits than the actual case, don't you think?
In the 8th lawsuit against Sean Combs, model Crystal McKinney claims Diddy promises to help her career after they meet at a men's fashion week event in Manhattan. Combs later invites McKinney to his studio, where he encourages the model to drink and smoke marijuana, which McKinney now believes was laced with narcotics. Once McKinney was plied, she claims Combs led her to a bathroom and forced her to perform a sex act.
And it's not just her. There are others. Listen.
April Lampros is the 8th accuser to file suit against rapper Sean Diddy Combs. Lampros meets Combs while studying at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City, and Combs offers to help her find work and introduce her to connections in the industry. Lampros details 4 terrifying, forcible sexual encounters with Combs over 5 years.
And how do they prove this in the trial when we're talking about decades ago? Could somebody put in the comments and help me figure this out, how they would prove this? Please, somebody let me know.
And the others we've mentioned are not the only ones coming forward. Listen.
Adria English, the dancer at Sean Combs' annual white party, she accuses Combs of grooming her for sex trafficking, forced her to have sex with guests. In her lawsuit, English says during one party, she was told to wear a black dress was a signal to others she was a sex worker. English says she went along with Diddy's demands out of fear for her safety and future job perspectives. English says when she broke ties with Combs, he ruined her career.
You really got to pick this apart. Tom Smith joining me, former NYPD detective, co-host Gold Shields podcast. Tom, asking a woman to wear a little black dress, as they are called, to a cocktail party doesn't sound odd, does it? Until you realize it's Sean Puffy Combs' white party he throws every year. It's renowned, not in a good way. Let me just say, it's infamous, not famous, but infamous. And everyone is instructed to, I don't think they can even get in if they're not wearing all white. So by telling this woman to wear black, that seemingly goes hand in hand, tongue and groove, with her statement that she was told to wear a black dress to signal others she was a sex worker. And then goes on to describe being coerced into having sex with multiple people at the white party. What about it?
Hold on. So she was being coerced to take the money that was given to her to have sex with multiple people? You believe she was coerced? She's a dancer, came to the dance, and then they had to coerce her to take the money to go a little further. Put that in the comments. Let's see where you at with that. Yo, we got 2,000 people in here in 30 minutes. I don't even know what the likes are, but I'm letting you know I don't like it. So let's get this thing popping while we bring the intro in. Give you 30 seconds to tap over, hit the like button, show some love, being that y'all don't know how to use the Cash App or the other joint, Super Chat. All right. right? So we back, right? That's how we ride at the Mecca. See how this is like a Sunday afternoon party. We just chilling. We getting warmed up for the Diddy trial tomorrow because you know it's going to be bananas. Straight bananas. All right. Now we hearing their point of view. I'm going to break it down to speak to us. All right. Meaning, us. Yeah, we're not talking about race. We're just talking about class of people. Class of people.
Nancy, this is a criminal enterprise. That's what this is. It's an organization, and everyone attending that party is in on it because everyone there is aware of why she's wearing a black dress. This is known, this is calculated, and this is a bad, bad guy who has a history and all over the place. And this is a large investigation.
Did Sean Diddy Combs order $1 million hit on Tupac Shakur? Bail documents say, oh, yes, he did. How did the whole thing start? Listen.
The East Coast West Coast rap feud begins with the near death of Tupac Shakur at Quad Records, Manhattan. Tupac's invited to record when he's attacked by 3 armed men and shot 5 times, but lives. Vibe magazine says that Sean Puffy Combs and Notorious B.I.G. were both at the studio and may have known Shakur was being set up.
Tupac's belief Puffy and Big knew about the Quad Records attack adds to the feud between Combs' East Coast Bad Boy Records and Suge Knight's West Coast Death Row Records. It escalates when Tupac Shakur, Suge Knight, and Mob Piru associates run into Southside Crip Baby Lane Anderson at the Vegas Mike Tyson Bruce Seldon fight.
See, that's per Keefe D. Do you see what happens on these podcasts? That's per Keefe D. That's Keefe D's statement. That's in Keefe D's book. That's per Keefe D. All right. See, I put both comments up, the ones that's with him or whatever. All right. They see what they said. Oh, man, I got to speak on that, right? But we're going to come back to that. Let me get back to this. But I got to speak on because it's a same time with Tupac. Let's ride. We're going to ride because it's alive, so we're going to ride, all right? We're going to give Nancy Grace her time to talk again. So just fall back, hit the like button in the meantime and subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel at Juanita Mecca Audio, Juanita Mecca Audio, and the Mecca Audio prison stories and all that. All right, now, Diddy's trial, the biggest trial since O.J. Simpson. We remember that's from that time that Black people believed that he was guilty of sin. But Black people just wanted to see one of us beat the government. That's where it was at in America at that time, And fast forward 26 years later, and I come out, and now our people is saying, here, take them, hang them, castrate them. Not saying that they don't have a right to feel that way, because if he did these horrible things with kids and women that they're accusing him of, I'm from the old school where castration is never too good for a man. Let him look at what he was so thirsty to try and get, so he'll know why he's where he's at right now. But it's like, what about innocent until proven guilty? Did that go out the window in today's time? It's just a question. Put it in the comments. Regardless what a person is charged with, that's why a lawyer take an oath to defend someone, no matter what. You can't say, oh, your crime is too horrific, I don't want to defend you. The Constitution is not written that way. You have to defend them. Just like you can't say, I don't want to save this person's life because of what he believes in or the color of his skin. You take oaths to go in. Let's ride.
Good gravy. And that goes back to forever ago. You know what? Let's figure out what's happening. Straight out to Lauren Collin joining us, investigative reporter, host of the Outlier podcast. This document has cracked open the murder of Tupac Shakur wide open. Tell me about it.
Yes, Keefe D absolutely never thought this would see the light of day. He is very upset in court. He said, you broke the proffer agreement. I told you all this because I was on a task force to help the LAPD figure out who killed Tupac and also who killed Biggie Smalls. He was.
Did you hear that? She said that Keefe D told them in the court that he led a task force to bring down Tupac's killer. And they had an agreement with him to allow him to do that. So let's pay attention. You see the way all this is playing out. All right.
Helping with both of these things. So in response to his bail request, the state put out this 179-page document, which is extending. They are saying, look, Dwayne Davis, look, KPD, if you can be paid for murder, then why should you be out on the streets?
I don't know if the feds have enough or they don't have enough. But I can tell you this much. When your name pops up nearly 80 times connecting you to a hit on Tupac Shakur, you're up the creek without a paddle. I'm surprised this guy's still walking around.
His name coming up, or any man's name coming up 80 times from a man that's locked up looking at getting life in jail, is just showing you a desperate man. That's a desperate man trying to pull somebody down with him, and that's all that is. Hold up. Yo, you being recorded. Who this? Where you calling from?
Detroit. This is Detroit.
What up, son?
This is Herschel. Hey, look, what do you want me to send? I'm trying to send you some money now. Cash out where?
Unique $, Unique Mecca Hall.
All right, look for $20 coming from me.
All right. Hey, listen. Yeah, listen. When you go to it, hit the icon and make sure it says it was created in 2020. All right.
I just think that across the stream. But one last thing I will tell you though, Unique. You know, Puff, I used to work for him, man, with Aaliyah. I was Aaliyah's bodyguard.
Oh yeah, we talked before, didn't we?
Yeah, we talked a couple times. Well, listen, Puff turned me on to Donald Trump. He not going to prison. Why you think he ain't taking the thing? It's all a bullshit. Niggas be on some stupid shit. You think that man going to jail? Even if he get convicted, Trump gonna let him go. It's all a play, man. Watch what I tell you. Trump gonna let him go. That's why I said, how these motherfuckers get upset?
Don't curse. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I ain't on live, remember?
Yeah, I just told you that.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, he said, oh, snap. Yeah, I told you that when I answered. I said, you're live. Where you calling from? I always do that. That's why I do that.
Okay. Let me shut up a little bit. I'll tell you some shit when you call me. Right?
All right.
Yeah. Hey, I'm the one who turned in R. Kelly.
You turned it, what?
Yeah, I'm the one. R. Kelly. I'm the one. I am Muhammad. Look me up. Ask who is the great Herschel Muhammad. YouTube, who is the great Herschel Muhammad?
Go check.
I trained under Moses Powell, Kalinde. I came up to Brooklyn and took sabbaticals with the great Moses Powell. Moses Powell, the baddest motherfucker it is, right?
Yeah. Didn't I just say don't curse? Didn't I just say?
Oh, man. Damn. All right, man.
Yeah, talk to me.
I'm going to send you the money now, right now.
All right.
I love you, bro.
Yeah, you know, welcome to the Mecca, man. That's how we at. In fact, we put the number up there on the screen. But y'all got to understand that this thing is real. When he's acquitted, some sex trafficking charges acquired. All right.
I think, Nancy, they're waiting. The magic word here is YET. They don't have enough evidence yet in their view. You just wait, and Sean Puffy Combs is not going to be a suspect ever until he's a defendant. You just wait. Time will tell.
According to the feds, Sean Puffy Combs, a.k.a. Diddy, is not a suspect in the murder of Tupac Shakur.
All right, so let's see what we're going with here, man. What do you think? Matter of fact, let me get an intro. I need y'all to hit the like button. See, my man called in to send a couple of dollars, and y'all at least hit the like button while we play this 30 seconds. Just give me a 30-second break while y'all hit that like button. All right? All right, we got a caller here. What's up? Where you calling from? And you know you being recorded, so we don't say we didn't hear like my man Muhammad.
First of all, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam rahmatullah barakatuh.
Alhamdulillah. Calling from Washington, D.C.
All right.
And I'm also from the streets, and I don't go against the code at all. But when it comes to Diddy, he broke every code in the world against children and women, as far as I'm concerned. And he shows it. Live TV trying to fill Mike Tyson up and stuff. And Mike Tyson had to check him, you know, talking about at his party, lock the doors and turn the heat up. What men do that?
Yeah, hey, but I'm just saying, those is accusations, though, dog. I mean, none of this has been proven yet.
Out his own mouth.
I mean,
he said his own mouth that you gotta lock the doors and turn the heat up at his parties.
I mean, yeah, that's a little freaky.
Shows.
Yeah. That's a little freaky. I didn't see that one, but damn, okay. I mean, he like it steamy and slippery, huh? Yeah, that's a little freaky.
He said you got to be hot. So that's how I feel about him.
All right, Obi. Thanks for calling, family.
All right, bro.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yo, the number's on the screen, man. Call in, man. Did he like to turn the heat up because he like it hot? But is that where Nelly got the inspiration to make that song It's Hot in Her? Is that where Nelly got the inspiration to make It's Hot in Here? Because did he like to have the heat up with a lot of baby oil and sweat? Allegedly?
Interstate transportation for prostitution. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct.
Remember, tomorrow, the trial of our century, of our lifetime begins. We have a billionaire going on trial for the rest of his life for the most horrendous charges that man could put himself in. Begins tomorrow.
As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice.
And we have just gotten our hands on the federal indictment.
Let's go.
First, let's talk about what went down in the dark of night. Sean Puffy Combs seen out on the street in New York just 30 minutes before feds break into his luxury suite at the Park Hyatt Hotel on 57th Street and arrest Combs and proceed to shred that hotel room, looking for evidence. Joining me right now at the...
Hold on. I'm really confused. Didn't we see with our own eyes Diddy walking in the hotel and then Diddy getting stopped and escorted out the hotel is how he got arrested? Not that he was in the room when they broke in the room while he was shredding the papers. I'm just asking. I mean, is there something that I'm missing here? Somebody let me know what I'm missing.
The hotel just outside the Park Hyatt is crimeonline.com investigative reporter Angelica Martinez. Angelica, thank you for being with us.
All right, hold on, Angelica. Let me take this call. Yo, you're being recorded live. Where you calling from? All right, there you go. See, that's all you do right there. Let's go, Angelica.
Tell me what happened right there last night.
Yes, Nancy, we are currently outside the Hyatt Hotel, the Park Hyatt Hotel, where Sean Puffy Combs was arrested last night. He was arrested following an indictment that was returned by a grand jury on Monday, and that set in the process to arrest Sean Combs.
Guys, joining us, Angelica Martinez at the Park Hyatt. We understand that feds, pursuant to warrant, went into Combs' room right behind you up on one of the penthouse levels and arrested Combs last night. He had no idea it was about to happen. We've also heard reports the arrest was to go down at least 48, if not 72 hours later, but something triggered the feds to make the arrest last night. Combs actually spotted out on the street and videoed BSing with fans and friends just before, literally minutes before the feds arrested him. I know they were poised outside the Park Hyatt Hotel where you're standing right now, Angelica, waiting for him to come back in with eyes on Sean Puffy Combs the entire evening, Angelica.
Yes, so apparently negotiations for Sean Combs' surrender had been in the talks for a while. And like you said, Nancy, something triggered this arrest. Something happened that caused them to move it from allegedly later in this week to just last night.
As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers.
Did anybody see any evidence of this during the time that we've been waiting on this to, you know, go? April Phillips, what's up, sis? You know? Okay, Florida native, what up? All right. Let's put some of them up there. You know what I mean? What up? You know what I mean? He didn't abuse no white girls. Okay. So that's where we at, right? I'm gonna bounce them up. What's up, Abe? All right. Let's go. I forgot feeling he's getting double digits. He won't be walking out scot-free. All right. They offered him 5 years on a cop the other day, Queen Kish, and he didn't take the 5 years because he feel he could beat it. Do y'all think that he's stupid for not taking the 5 years, or you think that he should have took the 5 years? Put in the comments. Now, this is just a pre-trial. This is a warm-up. We taking a ride right into the Diddy trial beginning tomorrow. So that's what we enjoying our Sunday with right now, is the Diddy ride into the trial. All right.
Some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines. Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them.
We caught up with his lawyer, Agnefello, and this is what he has to say.
He came to New York to basically engage the court system and start the case, and it'll start today. And he's going to plead not guilty, obviously. He's going to fight this with all of his energy and all of his might and the whole.
All right, take this call. We're going to get back to the video. Yo, what up? Where you calling from? What up? You're being recorded. I'm doing it live. You know that, right?
Of course. That's why I'm calling in, fam.
All right, now, because my man before said he didn't know I was live. Hey, yo, please, y'all, wait till after we done with this call before you call in. Somebody calling from 313. Go ahead, family.
Absolutely. The Bronx is in the building. Shout out to Harlem, of course, all 5 boroughs. But you want to remind everybody, and of course, you know, hey, man, this in my mind, doing what I see, Puffy already won. If they had Puff, it wouldn't have went this long with all the accusations that has been stacked against this man. This is just, you know, Puffy violated. He went against the big arm, you know, they slapped him, they bumped him around. Now time for him to pay some money back. You know, a lot of people gonna get paid off of this. The trial is gonna be, you know, a big money making machine. So, you know, Puffy has already paid his debt. But I just want to remind everybody, we got to look forward to the aftermath. Wait till Puffy, however this comes out, he's not going to do no time. The man is going to come home. But wait till after the storm. Wait till that man get back on his feet. And we going and you know, the same people that helped him, unfortunately, it's the same clowns that's going to help build him back up. That's just the way, that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? That man is going to be back. He's going to be back better than ever. So for everybody that's defecating on him, just remember, it comes back to you. And hey, man, I just want to say congratulations to, you know, you putting your daughter on, man. That brought joy to my heart as a father, man. That's a beautiful thing that you're doing. And, you know, just keep that going on. You know how they say keep the money in the family? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you know, everybody hear what I went through, but I wanted them to hear from my daughter's point of view, where she went through the times when she needed her father to be there and he wasn't for 26 years that I was in prison.
Right.
She expressed that, what it felt like from a child's point of view growing up. And that's why I feel that it would help the young sisters out there get a grip. And because I got a couple of daughters that hate me. That one love me. A couple hate me. You know? You know? Hey, yo, you know how it is when you're from. I'm just keeping it 100, man. When you're from the street, that's what it is, man. Some love me, some hate me. At the same time, I love them all to death, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's a part of the healing process too.
Yeah.
Everybody heals from it.
But that's why I'm doing this to the young people know that it's not worth it, man. I'm sitting here telling you I got daughters that I feel hate me. You know what I mean? That I feel hate because they don't know how to communicate with me because daddy wasn't there. And, you know, that's just what it is. And they built up their resentment towards daddy. So, you know, that's what happened. But that don't stop me from loving them because it was my choices that took me away from them. So I bear the responsibility on that. But at the same time, they got to respect me as not only their father, but as a man, because I was a man before I was their father. You understand? And that man time. And that's the issue I'm having with my daughters. You understand what I'm saying?
Sir.
That, you know, you know, I'm still, you know, and everybody gonna say, oh yeah, be a father. No, if you just roll over and be a father, you're gonna get rolled over and you're not gonna give her the lessons that she need as a female child to grow up in the womanhood and know how to deal with men of all angles. Now, from having a stern father like me, you know, once she gets to understand me and every little ounce she understands from me, she'll be able to understand the different men she might run into out there. And that might be the one that would have broke her jaw for saying something stupid. But she knows her father don't allow her to talk stupid to him because he's a man. So now she knows how to respect men. You understand? But she still hate daddy, but she learning a couple of jewels. So I'm doing my job as a father, man, you know.
All love, all love. I just want to say one thing, man.
What up?
Give me 2 gunshots for them. I love it,
You know how we do it.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. God bless him, do Allah. Yo, keep trucking, baby.
All right. What?
All right.
Yo, you on live, man. Where you calling from?
From Los Angeles, man. And the Watch area, South LA.
What's up, family?
Mecca, what's the deal, man? How you feeling, bro?
Everything good, family. Everything good. Yeah, go ahead. My bad. Yeah, you calling from Watts? Huh? Oh, you can hear me? Hold on. Oh, he right here. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Hold. Run it back. The phone clicked over because too many people called. And please wait till the call over before you call, family. Yeah, what you saying, homie? Start from the top. You calling from Watts?
Oh, yeah. What I was saying, all respect to you, man. I'm glad you're home after doing that joke. You're some positive things in perspective. You know, I had a little history myself where I was convicted of a felony possession of a firearm, and I went through the feds for a short period of time, 5.5. But I was calling because I watched your show, man. I'm a subscriber, and I was watching the Puff Daddy thing, and I want to say this here. That film, he should have took that 5 years. I'm gonna say that right off the bat.
Word.
Just off the fact that, real talk, man.
Yeah.
You know we know. Ain't nowhere in the world.
You know?
He should have took that 5 years, man. You got to be a damn fool. Real talk, man. You already see.
Yeah.
We got the film of you assaulting a female, right? Now that in itself. If he could have took accountability for that and said, you know what, man, I may deserve to do a little bit of time. Everything I may not be guilty of, but I'm guilty of this and the whole world could see it. Let me go and bail out of this before these people mess around and take my life from me. So I feel like, one other thing I wanted to say was, I don't condone no one abusing women and taking their power, or even women abusing men and using their power against a person. But at the same token, some of the stuff was, I bet you the majority of that stuff was consensual. People selling themselves for power and money and this and that and the other. And just like someone else said on one of these shows, when Hugh Hefner and other people that was up that power was doing it, it was all right. Now that Puff Daddy doing it, he might have crossed a few lines and discouraged a few people where, they had to do what they had to do to him. But at the same token, like I say, sometimes, you look at the color of your skin, you get a little too powerful, you do a little bit too much, they're going to make you pay for it. So I don't condone none of the stuff that he was doing that really is out of the ordinary, but other stuff that's pretty much Hollywood ordinary, where this is what they do, freak offs and different things of that nature. Hugh Hefner, a bunch of other players. People send people from out of town, do what they do, not condoning. Nothing is wrong, nothing criminal, but I would say this. He should have took that 5 years because you are guilty of some of the stuff that they charge you with. You know what I mean? Use your head, man. Don't let the people take your whole life like that. You know what I mean? So I just want to holler at you, Mecca, man. Much success to you, bro.
All
And
right.
if any kind of way, hey, you can send word to Puff to turn around and tell him, man, Tatum, we take that deal now.
You know what I mean?
Maybe it's better tell him tomorrow, the first day of trial.
You know?
All right, man.
All right.
Stay safe, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
All right, California love.
Man, right on, people. From the west to the east, man, it's all love, especially as long as black, fuck all that other shit, man. We people, no matter where you at, man. What's the old saying before I go? It ain't where you from, it's where you at, man.
You already know. All right. Hey, yo, I want to give a big shout out to my man Kaz and Sea-Dog from California. They made my comprehension of the West Coast so much more clearer to hear it from real stand-up men, how the gangs function and, they codes. And, I was there with Kaz and Sea-Dog, and I'm telling you, these two brothers, they moved militant. I wasn't there with them together. We're in different places. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing the two of them, and I'm knowing that they brothers, but I'm with them separately, and each one moves just as militant to move forward. And it's a no wonder that they home and they free. You know what I mean? I want to say welcome home to both Kaz and Sea-Dog, man. Round of applause to my brothers. West Coast in the house. Gunshots, 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 gunshots. You know what I mean? Relax, y'all. Relax. I just had to give my brothers that, man. But, because it's not often that you meet straight up men, that move by the same codes, morals, and principles as you do, because that's hard to find. And that's a problem that we have a lot of times in life, that we put our morals and principles on other people. We expect other people to, move how we move, think how we think. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like, okay, I wouldn't tell, but I'm not going to put it on the next person not to tell. I don't expect them to tell, but what their character and their heart is built on is going to determine if they tell or not. And that's what separates the two. Because if you do something causing a action, expect the reaction. Let's get back to this, man. All right, let's go.
Confidence of his lawyers, and I expect a long battle with a good result for Mr. Combs.
Do you think he'll be released?
I'm going to fight like hell to get him released, and he should be released with all that he's done and coming here voluntarily. And guys, I'm going to cut it short because I have to go in. All right.
He should be released because of all he's done. He should stay behind bars because all he has done. I'm
Talk that talk,
you,
Nancy.
if this were not a wealthy billionaire and famous person, there would be no chance in HELL that he would be released on bond.
As the indictment alleges, in late 2023, after public allegations were made about Combs' crimes, he and others pressured witnesses and victims to stay silent, including by making phone calls to witnesses and victims and giving them a false narrative of what they had experienced. We are not done. This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly.
You heard that? This investigation is not done.
As we go to air right now, we are analyzing evidence that has come out in court. You know what? After the judge heard this, he had a snowball's chance in HELL of getting bond. What judge in his or her right mind can go sit down to his tuna fish sandwich and eat lunch with the other judges looking at him going, yeah, we know what you did. You let this a-hole out on bond. To Sydney Summer joining us, crimeonline.com investigative reporter. Tell me about the two judges, one a man, one a woman.
Nancy, so that judge that first saw Combs for his arraignment was Judge Robin Tarnowski. That's our female judge. And she shut that bail down so had to let arguments go on, but she spent about 20 minutes in her chambers with pretrial services, came out and immediately denied that bail proposition. Wednesday, they appeared in front of Judge Andrew Carter, who heard many of the same arguments with more information coming out. And I love this from Judge Andrew Carter. While Agnesilla is trying to argue that the video in the Intercontinental Hotel is a result of two very passionate people who were very in love, Judge Andrew Carter responds, "What's love got to do with that?" referring to that video. And again, denied that bail proposition right off the bat.
Joining me right now.
We got a caller coming in. Hold up. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Turn the
Yeah.
TV down in the back, please.
All right.
Yeah, you're being recorded. Where you calling from, name, all that?
Man, this yourself, dog. The code, man.
Talk to me.
Man, Nancy Pelosi sitting there turning red, man. She's so racist, man. She, man, look, she need that right bastard, man. Yeah. But look, all they doing is framing Diddy. Man, everything he do, it was consensual. I don't care if he wore a wig or whatever. It was consensual. And she should have learned from that. No matter what. And then, you know, the bad part about it, Jay-Z sold him out.
How you figure Jay-Z sold him out?
Because he said you didn't know him.
Oh,
And all he had to do was just back him.
all right. Let me get this next call. Hold up. Yo, where you calling from? You're being recorded.
I'm calling from Milton, PA, Central Pennsylvania.
What's up, family?
Hey, what's going on? I just wanted to call in and say that, you know what I mean? I heard you talking about, what was it, Allenwood Penitentiary?
Yeah, I was in Allenwood too, and Lewisburg.
In Lewisburg, yeah. So I live right next to Lewisburg, like 5 minutes from the prison.
Amish country.
Yeah, in the woods, in the mountains.
All
But,
right.
I appreciate you, you know what I mean, giving game to everybody, and you know, because I do work in prison reentry out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I help people, you know what I'm saying, to try to make it out when they get out of incarceration and stuff like that. So I listen to your show often.
All right. Thank you, big homie.
So I just want to call and big up and let you know that, you know what I mean, I feel you and I support.
Thanks, home.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah, you're being recorded. Go ahead. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm Jay Swift, man, calling from New York. What's up, Unique?
What up, Swift?
Yo, I've been checking out your podcast, man, since before. You've been on like about what, 3 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been checking out from the beginning. I was like, yo, he doing this shit. You know, he gully. He Rasta. I was like, but yet he still got that shit popping. I'm like, okay. But yeah, man, this chick is crazy. She said all that shit was consensual. She's fucking crazy.
Yo, don't curse, homie. Don't curse. Don't curse.
I'm sorry. No disrespect, but this is how you know we need to change as black people. Because ain't no way in hell what Diddy was doing is even moral. It's not even moral. It's going to be consensual.
No, that's if he did it though, man. She's saying that they did it willingly. That's why she's saying consensual, you know?
Everybody saying everything he did is consensual.
But listen, not defending it, but just look at it from devil's advocate, that these is all people trying to get the bag too, my dog. You know what I mean? Yeah, if that's the case, bring him in court, put it in indictment.
I'm not looking at it like that. See, I'm looking at it like a father. See,
oh, that's different. See, but you gotta take that out of that.
Kids.
Yeah, I know.
Married 20 years, raised 5 kids, right? And I got 12 grandkids. I've helped mentor over 300 kids in New York. I'm looking at it like that. You see, what we're doing is we're
all right. Let me say this though, family. Let me say this. That's why Lady Justice wears the blindfold, because you're supposed to take all of that out of it and go by the Constitution, the laws of this land, not as from a father's point of view or a mother's point of view. And that's what we're doing. We're putting our passion and emotion in it on YouTube.
But what happens is we're supposed to be further along as Black people in this country.
Exactly, but we're not.
But we're not. The reason we're not is we keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe
and eating each other's backs out as well.
And yes,
you know, they always have the crab in a barrel syndrome.
And that's our point. See, we forgot about learning. We forgot about education. We just want to blaze the streets, and it's crazy, because what's going to happen is they're going to get tired of us again doing this crazy shit. Simple language. They're going to get tired of us. And what we going to do? Because they can't tell who's who. They can't tell I'm a father and not a gangster if I'm walking down the street. They can't tell, but they're just going to start flipping on everybody, and we're going to have to flip back. You know, we had to do that in the early 70s in the Bronx. You know, the white people were slipping on us. We had to flip back. I was like,
so you was over there by Little Italy. Where you're by Twin Parks and all that?
Yeah,
I already know.
But I was from Davidson and Tremont.
Yeah, I grew up all in that area, so I know exactly where you're talking about.
On the west side. Yeah. But when they killed 3 kids, well, not kids, but 3 Black teenagers from Arthur Avenue and threw their bodies in Katona Park.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was time for us to flip. Feel me? And that's the thing. They if we don't get our mindset together, we got to get our mindset together. We got to start reading real books and start looking at, you know, stop being angry about life and start looking at, no, let's just enjoy whatever we have.
Exactly, and know that we're here to enjoy it together. I mean, a person might not look like you, be the same color as you, like the same sex as you or whatever, but they're all still human, and that's their choice. You know, you got to let them have that freedom of that, instead of people trying to, like I said, instill their morals and their principles on the next person.
Right.
You know, and that's what I see the issue is since I've been home.
What happens is when white people see me, when they saw me with my kids growing up, they was little, like 5 and 3 years old. My daughters be always on me. We was on the bus, whatever. They look at me differently, and they feel not threatened. And they don't know I had a past in the streets, but they feel not threatened. And I'm fine with that. You understand? And that's where we got to start doing something different. We got millionaires doing real money. We got billionaires, you know, Black billionaires. They're doing real things. We got to start looking at that and start getting at them and saying, no, you bless me with a job, or what do you do? You know, something. We can't just keep running amok crazy.
All right. Let me get back to the show.
All right. Peace and blessings.
Peace. All right, so he's off the phone. So if y'all want to call now. Please don't call when someone's on the phone. Let's keep it moving. See where Dancy Grace is at. All right.
Now, Angelica Martinez Servigna joining us in front of the jail. Tell me about Sean Combs's daily schedule behind bars, and what you know about the jail. Who are other famous celebs that have been in that very jail?
Yes, Nancy, we are standing right behind me is where Sean Puffy Combs is currently being
held. Hold on, take this caller. Yo, what up? Well, you're being recorded. Where you calling from? Turn the TV down, all that. Yeah.
I call from Cleveland, Ohio.
All right, what's up, family?
What's up, fam? You know about this P. Diddy?
Yeah.
I don't believe in all that, man. I don't believe in all that. You know why?
What's all that you don't believe in?
I don't believe in. Everybody kept coming back to the party. It's like, man, it's like everybody wasn't shook, man. It's like all the people kept coming back. They kept coming back. They kept coming back to the party. Come on, man, they fronting. I don't believe it. I don't believe they did nothing.
I don't believe he did nothing. I'm on some real. Fam, you laughing, but I'm on some real stuff.
Nah, because you talking some real, because that's what I've been saying, that I haven't seen none of this about the child, this and the child. You know?
You're right. And half you cats, listen, these cats are millionaires. Everybody ain't shook, man. If they shook, if that.
Huh?
Exactly.
What happened? We can't hear what they saying.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, so what's going on? So what evidence? I mean, I know the feds, everybody, like you said, I've been to the feds. I was in Allenwood media, and I know how it is. I know how it is. Man, come on, man. The feds. Right. I just don't believe. I think Diddy, all of them charges, man, and then look. And then look at this. Everybody that came to the party, all of them kept coming back. Ain't nobody complaining until he got locked up. Okay, he gave Cash that $30 million. Come on, only reason Cassidy said something because she didn't care about getting slapped around. Man, she didn't care about nothing. Only she said something because it showed on TV. Other than that, she done kept her mouth shut and played her part. She know what it is.
No. The smacking came after, she sued him.
Oh, that's my fault. You right.
Yeah, smack came after.
But she didn't complain.
No, I'm not saying she did. I just want to correct what you were saying. Yeah.
You're right. Exactly. But I'm saying I don't understand. But everybody, but look at this. Look at this. But look, don't forget, Diddy real. But don't forget, Diddy real friend still ain't said nothing yet, and he ain't gonna say nothing. You know why? That's just the way it is, man. This is the way it is. Man, don't hate on Diddy. Everybody hating on Diddy, man.
All right, let me get the next caller. Let me get the next caller. Hold on, I missed like 3. Good looking on the call, family. Hold up. Yo, you're being recorded. Where you calling from? He had some good points.
I'm calling from Co-op City, representing Harlem East Side, 114 in Madison. That guy was right. That guy was right. Yeah. They should make a T-shirt to say they kept coming back to the party.
You know what I mean?
All right, Becca.
All right, you know what it is.
Coming back to the party.
All right, New York in the house. All right, sis. Yeah, they kept coming back to the party.
Coming back to the party.
Yeah, can't say nothing wrong about that.
Yeah, make it make sense. I mean, they railroad them, but it's all good. He'll learn if he walk again out in these streets, he'll stay clear. Staying clear.
Stay in his lane. Stay in his lane and know who he is. That's what it is. All right,
rub himself down with his own baby oil and mind his business.
All right, not the baby oil.
Listen, baby oil, if he like it, that's his shit. But, keep it moving.
All right, sis, thank you. All right, let's get back to this, man.
Held in Brooklyn right now. There are reports saying that he's being held in the special housing unit, which is separate from the general prison population and is usually used for inmates that might need additional protection.
Hold up. Yeah, you're being recorded. Where you calling from? Your name, caller.
I'm calling from Atlanta.
Miami?
Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta. Okay, what's up, family?
All right. First of all, with Diddy, like he's just a big freak, just like a whole bunch of other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to me, that's the only thing that they can really get him for being a big freak. And a whole bunch of people out here are big freaks. And plus, I feel that if you feel that you're right about something, man, don't cave in and do them 5 years or whatever they talking about or whatever, and it's easy for the next person to say what they would do until they're in that situation. And I worked on Rikers Island, and I done seen the hardest of the hard fold and tell on people.
Tell them about it.
The hardest of the hard, and the ones who you be like, oh no, man, not Big Justice, not Allah, not this person, that person. Going to the security desk and telling everything that's going on in the house. And why do you think they know what to look for?
Yeah, you're right. Hey, y'all, good looking on the call. All right?
All right, family.
All right. Y'all, Big shout out to TD Harden. You know what I mean? He said, I grew on him. Damn. You know what I mean? I'm glad my words is powerful enough to reach you wherever you call it from. Where you at, family? All right.
Jail, behind bars, and what you know about the jail. Who are other famous celebs that have been in that very jail?
Yes, Nancy, we are standing right behind me is where Sean Puffy Combs is currently being held in Brooklyn right now. There are reports saying that he's being held in the special housing unit, which is separate from the general prison population and is usually used for inmates that might need additional protection. Ghislaine Maxwell, R. Kelly, when they were here in this prison, they were also held in the special housing unit. And we have former warden Cameron Lindsay, who is actually on record as saying that Diddy poses as a very attractive target for other inmates in the MDC, saying, quote, to deliver a hit on him would be considered a badge of honor, end quote.
He's getting treated with kid gloves when his lawyer has come out and said he's not suicidal.
Hold on.
So
he getting treated with kid gloves. Yo, you on the air. You calling. Where's he calling from? You recorded. You're being recorded, yeah.
Indeed, King, this original seed and divine energy, man, representing Delaware, man.
All right, that's what's up. So,
Indeed, King.
Yeah.
I'm just adding on to the couple of brothers that was speaking on Diddy, man. You know, today's mathematics is culture of freedom, man. And we stuck, man, you know what I mean, as a people, man. Nobody freeing their minds, man. We gotta free the dome, man. You know what I'm saying? And get out of this triple stage of darkness, man. He's a billionaire. He got the money and assets, as well as the rest of the billionaires to uplift us as a whole people, man. You know what I mean? And it's constantly putting the same perpetual William Lynch or Willie Lynch letter energy out here, G. Crabs in the barrel mentality. Put the light against the dark, the old against the young against the old. Same mentality, G. They gotta uplift each other. Like my man was saying, start getting into the books, man, freeing their mind, man. You know what I mean? That's what I wanted to add on to, man.
Knowledge.
Indeed, God.
All right, peace.
Hey.
See how we get deep over here to Mecca. Y'all, let me get an intro, man. We need to get these likes up. Could we get these likes up? Could we get these likes up? Could we get these likes up? Let's keep it moving. All right. Hello? Yo. I'm on a live.
It's Nate from the UK.
Oh, okay. We got Nate from the UK calling in. Nate from the UK calling in.
Yeah, so first thing I have to do, because I've been supporting the channel from a long time, way before you got to 100K subscribers. So I've got to start with a hey, yo.
Alright,
you know what I'm saying? So, yo, I stand by the message, man. They kept coming back to the party, for real. They kept coming back to the party, you know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, we know this is a witch hunt, Mecca. We know this is, big games getting played, and they're coming after the Black Power, like you've been saying on the show, right? And
that's your opinion,
yeah. There's a new film out, Sinners, which has done really well. And I've been watching a few breakdowns of the movie, and it's talking about how, like you say, the inside of the hands, you know what I'm saying? We know what we're talking about, how they came into the black communities and they didn't want the black dollar to circulate in the black communities anymore, Mecca, right? We need to get back onto this mindset. Like the brother was saying about the knowledge, about educating ourselves with the books. We really need to make sure and realize that they're attacking us as a people, and for us to stand together as a people. And I love what you say as well, bro, is that if we've got a brother or sister that's sick, we need to treat our sick brother and sisters ourselves, rather than having these devils that you're seeing on the TV, on the news channels, that are judging our people. You understand what I'm saying?
Not devils. We're going to take that out. These, powers that be. Okay.
Yeah, powers that be enough real. So, but you understand the message. So keep pushing the message, and
keep educating the youth to know that the power's within the community. We need to stay within the community. And for real, I'll keep it PG because I want your channel to keep growing. Keep doing your things. And I'm gonna call you as well outside of the show, but I've been watching you from the UK, brother. I'll keep doing what you're doing. We're saluting and we stand by the message over here in the UK as well. Salute.
All right, salute. All right, let's get back.
Basically in the medical unit getting special treatment. But now, Diddy hungry?
He's in prison getting special treatment. In MDC? Have you ever been to MDC? There is no special treatment in MDC.
Apparently, he's missing his private chef. I hate when that happens, when you can't take your private chef, your celebrity chef, with you behind bars at the Metro Detention Center. That's gotta hurt.
In addition to snacks and hygiene items, Diddy...
Yo, where you calling from? You're being recorded. What's your name?
Hey, Nick, this is Syke, man, from Harlem.
What up, Syke?
I can't wait till you do the breakdown on that movie Sinners, because that details a lot, like about spiritual awakening, about us, and about a lot of cultural, like African cultural spirituality. So I can't wait to touch down on that stuff, because they basically, that dude Kugler is sending us a message.
Send me the link to that. Let me check it out.
I got you.
All right.
All right.
All right. Peace. All right. So that's where we at. We work together.
He has the option to purchase full meals from the MDC commissary. His options include stuffed chicken with rice, eggplant parmesan, bone-in chicken, a rib steak, or beef cholent. The estimated billionaire will have to...
Hold on. Hello? Yeah.
Hello? Hey.
Yeah. You're being recorded. Who's this?
This is Benny from Connecticut.
What up, Benny? Talk to him. You know you're being recorded.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I really commend you how you just stick to the facts. And it's a lot of people call up, and a lot of our people they like to try like public opinions and all these theories, but in the court of law, facts is the only thing that matters. And I wish we as a people stood by that. Like you said, Lady Justice wears a blindfold and she has scales, and we all know that we're not already not treated fairly in the judicial system. So we should at least, we should at least not bite each other's backs out, like you said, and and let the facts come out, and we take it from there. All these theories about what people say and people think, it doesn't matter because he's in court. So they in my opinion, the case so far I think is weak because they haven't even put out the discovery yet, but people are already saying he's guilty of this and that. Like, we don't even know what the charges are, but we already speculating and assuming that the man is guilty. And we as black people, or the black side of my hand, we should do a better job. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's guilty or innocent, but I'm just saying I haven't seen enough facts to say that man is guilty or innocent yet.
Yeah, but they looking at the social media coverage as the facts is what it seems like is going on. Brenda Kennedy said something powerful. Like I said, we're not ducking nothing. I want to see it, so we're not picking sides. She said people know what it is and what it was. The debate is ridiculous. Where were you people? Did you people not what Diddy was all about? Like, did you not know what Diddy was all about? Diddy was and is blah blah blah. That's his business. But we act was too much. Like, how do you know this? Other than what they put in the media. That's all I'm saying, Brenda. If you want to call in, you can call in and voice your opinion, because like I said, I'm just being fair, letting everyone voice their opinion is all we're doing. But you said a whole lot, like, a little more to me. So, Ayo is the pack in the court room in the intro. If you look closely, it looks like him. But Ayo, this is one of my favorite channels. That's what's up, What's that? Living in my lot. I like that. All right. Thank you, homie.
All right. Peace.
Peace. All right. That was Benny from CT.
To watch his $160 spending limit per trip.
What? Did I just hear a ribeye? Let me check that. A ribeye, beef stew, egg parm, chicken with rice. What? Whoa. Well, let me see. Grits, oatmeal, pancakes, syrup, French toast. I like some French toast.
Hold up. Let's stop that, Nancy. Let's stop that. We can start with the breakfast. We're going to start with the breakfast because we ride. They say grits like you getting this so wonderful warm grits. No, you getting frozen grits that was making from a month before, and whatever they don't use on grit day, they put it back in the fridge and then they give it to you again, and it's continuously recycled. Same with the hot oatmeal, same with the pancakes. They was hot when they cooked them, but when you get them, they coming out that ice box. Just so you understand, y'all in the comments done been there. You know how that is. Put in the comments, somebody call in, let them know, or go check out Unique Mecca Audio Prison Stories, but it's all there. You know, the French toast, same thing. Syrup is so frozen, you could eat it with a spoon, like if it's ice cream. And potatoes. What potatoes? I didn't get no potatoes when I was there, but I know ain't nothing hot in the morning. Bottom line, in the morning, one day they'll give you grits and a toast. That's what they call it. Each one of those items is the meal. You get grits and a piece of toast and an apple for the fruit, for the nutrients, and and a milk. That's it. If you're lucky, you get 2 milks. Hold up, Illinois is in the house. Where you calling from, fam? You being recorded, you live.
I'm calling from Chicago, sir.
Yeah, what's up?
I just wanted to bring up something. I'm a business guy. My name is Mark, and I just wanted to bring up something. You got a fantastic channel. What I really like to see, and this is just me personally, we're talking about all these things that have or will happen or might happen to these guys, Diddy and all the other sorts out there. How about start bringing on some of these people that are in the financial world, teaching these kids about finance? How about bringing in some of these people talking about how to get into real estate? Please bring some of these people on and let these people explain to some of these young kids, because getting off the streets is one thing, but what are you going to do when you're off the streets?
Family, you 100% right. I got 1,400 videos. I've went through all stages. And when you do stuff like that, it's crazy that the young people don't want that. They want the gossip and the news and the current affairs and the trending and the viral. You would think they would want the finances. I've done that. If you go through it, you can pull it up. I got a joint I used to do called Grown Folks, Prison Stories. And I bring people on that knew about stocks and certain things like that. But those are the ones, like right now, I got 5,000 views in an hour and a half. If I did a video on that, I might have 50. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want it. They scared. But you're right, though. I'm going to start bringing it back and see not the channel grew if they want it. Text me when you get off, and that this is just say interview, and then tell me what we just talked about, and I'm gonna call you. We put something together, bring you up here. All right?
Sounds good.
All right, family. All right. Yeah, where you calling from? You know you're being recorded.
Yeah, Unique. What's up, kid? I'm calling from Miami, Florida, yo.
What up, son? You all right down there?
Yeah, I'm good down here. You know what I mean? I'm good. Originally from Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? But I live down here in the 305 now,
All right. I used to live down there,
What?
Yeah, over there by 441, by 7th Avenue.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's by the 95, kid.
There you go.
That's in day. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what's up? What's the call?
Well, I just wanted to comment or just add on what's being spoken about with the whole P. Diddy. I just really, really, really wish our people would just, stop paying attention to all of the rumors that's coming out online, which I'll be surprised if they could find any unbiased,
jurors.
Jurors, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so much going on, there's so much being said, is really about to kill the whole case. I mean, Diddy really, if he got a good enough lawyer, he got a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, it shouldn't be really hard to beat this case. If he's innocent, then guess what? If he's innocent of these charges, guess what? He's gonna beat it because, there's a lot of sloppiness going on. And I believe, he got good enough lawyer, he should beat it. Now, if he's guilty, then, he's going to be guilty. I'm not trying to support a guilty person doing this kind of stuff, but I really don't think he is, man. But I don't know. You just don't know.
All
but
right.
I truly don't. I don't believe
The man is in the open, kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's in the open. He's not behind the scenes. He's in the open as Diddy. How could you possibly be doing trafficking and things like this all in the open? Because that shit don't make no sense to me. But, you know, we'll see. You know what I mean? But either way, you know, I definitely want to, you know, big you up. Enough respect. You know, your challenge is dope. And, you know, you're doing a lot of good things, kid. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you're a legend, B. You don't survive, you don't survive all of the deepest things. And now you're out here doing good. And I appreciate you. You know what I mean?
All right. Thank you, family.
For sure, my brother.
All right. Peace. All right. You see, so that's where we at, man, so y'all understand. All right. So now, then they got the lunch. They talk about potatoes and gravy. Same deal. Cold as ice. Yeah. You're online. You're being recorded. Yeah. Turn the TV down, family. Yeah. Turn your TV down.
All right.
Oh, no, you turn it down. Yeah, but that's where we have potatoes and gravy, Southwest wrap chicken. They make it sound so nice. Chicken wraps, and they believe that. But, when I used to get hamburgers, was no bigger than, the hamburgers in the prison was no bigger than the top of this jar. The bun hanging all off it, and the bun cold, and the hamburger cold, and it wasn't even cooked all the way in the middle on hamburger day. They talk about mac and cheese. We talk about it again, sat in the fridge a month. Go ahead, family. Go ahead with your call. My bad.
Hey, you, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is Razors again. I want to ask you a question. How is it that you can pay someone to settle a case and then the feds can come back and try to try you on that same case that you just paid them?
It's two different jurisdictions. One is civil and one is criminal. So that's how they do that.
Yeah, you know something, man? Like, I'm a DJ, man, and I have a lot of respect for, for Puffy and all that. But when I saw him whoop Cassie's ass, man, that had me looking at him a little different, man.
Word, me too. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, and I'm a man's man, just like you are, But when we see something that's foul, it's foul. And I don't care who you are, man, but other than that, hopefully he'll be able to beat the case, man. And, we need to support him, man, the way we supported OJ.
All right. Let me grab the next caller. All right. I'm ready to get off here soon. All
right.
Yo, you're online. Where you calling from and name? You're being recorded. All right. You're online being recorded. Where you calling from? Name. All right. Too many calls come in. If someone is on the line, just wait. Check it out. Then they say, right, for dinner, they say they got roast beef, turkey roast. Look at that. Salisbury steak. Everything on that menu is cold. So you understand. Ain't nothing hot. I ain't see steam on food unless I cooked it with a stinger. And y'all probably don't know what a stinger is. A stinger is where you take two electrical wires, like you cut a lamp cord, and you plug it in the wall. But before you plug it in the wall, you got to strip the end of the cord and you put it on a piece of metal like a screw. Then you get a bucket of water, and then you take that, plug it in the wall, and drop the screw in the water that's cold. And from the heat coming from the electricity, it makes it hot and bubble. And then you put your food in a little plastic bag, like what you would, put in a little office garbage container, trash can. You put your food in there, you mix it up real good, and you sit it in the hot water, and that's how you eat your food in prison. So if that's how y'all want to go get your food, more times I got that same food on that menu and had to bring it back. Yeah, I had to bring it back out the kitchen, take it back to the joint, and plug up my stinger to get a decent meal out of something that they had on the menu. So Miss Nancy Grace, no, I'm not going to let you sit there and tell the people like this is no, real roast beef and turkey roast and Salisbury steak and chicken fajita and barbecue pork and Swedish meatball, fried rice. Come on, man. Pepper steak and baked ziti in the feds? You know what that is? If they don't eat all the ziti that day, they'll serve it again next month. Come on, man. All right. Yo. All right, let's get back.
What's for lunch? Chicken wrap, Hamburgers, baked chicken, tacos. I would love a taco. Dinner roast beef. I'd like that. Salisbury steak. Fajitas. What? Okay, can we just get real for just one moment? Chris McDonough joining me, director Cold Case Foundation, former homicide detective and former vice detective. He is not suicidal, Chris. His own lawyer.
I bet you she wouldn't eat not one of those meals that she's acting like they're so gourmet. Somebody tell me if you think she'll eat one of those meals.
Has stated that. So why is he getting kid glove treatment, Chris McDonough?
That is an absolutely great question, Nancy, because in these units, there's special housing units, right? The SHU unit. The whole purpose of that is to house somebody in there because of one, a threat assessment comes up that this guy is a high threat and or a high target threat, meaning somebody else wants to take this person out.
Wherever he is, his resolve is the same. He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer.
Either that or he's dead broke and can't afford to pay his legal fees. Let's not forget that.
You were just hearing Agnethello Combs' lawyer who insists that Combs believes he's innocent. You know, many people argue that O.J. Simpson actually thought he didn't do it. At some point, he had said the story so many times, he actually started believing it. I disagree. I think he and Combs knows. They knew. Simpson knew. Combs knows. He's not innocent.
Do you hear this? Yo, Red Bunny said there wasn't any physical evidence in the R. Kelly trial either, only testimony from 30 years ago, and he was found guilty. Exactly. What they say, Red Bunny, they could indict a ham sandwich. You know, they could indict a ham sandwich. Let's keep it moving. I like that.
How could a beautiful young first grade teacher be stabbed 20 times, including in the back, allegedly die of suicide? Yes, that was the medical examiner's official ruling. After a closed-door meeting, he first named it a homicide. Why? What happened to Ellen Greenberg? A huge American miscarriage of justice. For an in-depth look at the facts, see what happened to Ellen on Amazon. All proceeds to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs.
Right now, are the feds gathering evidence to mount additional charges? It by far would not be the first time that's happened. Charges like what? Evidence like what? Listen.
According to a Homeland Security agent, Diddy's Miami mansion has several rooms, quote, clearly dedicated to sex. The rooms stocked with sex toys, bondage gear, and lingerie are covered in hidden cameras that record participants from every possible angle.
I can't wait till this trial begins so I can see all of this. Y'all want to see this? Put it in the comments.
Investigator claims Diddy usually watched in person, but he could access the cameras from his phone or cast the live stream to a TV anywhere in the house.
Is there ever a moment that a lawyer who is used to talking for a living realizes I should just shut up? Apparently not in some cases. In the last hours, TMZ, who is creating the downfall of Diddy on Tubi, our friend Harvey Levin, who created TMZ, sits down with Sean Combs' lawyer. I want you to hear What happened? Watch.
They called them freak-offs. But, you know, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. Attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for. I mean,
let me say unfinished.
He has a big house. He buys in bulk. You know, I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. I mean, have you sat in a parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
Not 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was. Let's just say it's a lie. Okay.
Let's just say it was 999. Listen, man. Right? Let's get up here. Right? Listen. First of all, dude, you're an attorney. No disrespect to you, but I don't think you should be up here trying to explain the evidence, you know, in social media in that manner, because you just said that, you know, a freak off is the same thing as an orgy. And then now the defense that I'm hearing you using is that a freak off is a terminology that Diddy and, you know, the young lady use. Hold on. Yeah, you're being recorded. Where you calling from your name? All right. So, you know, but so that was contradictive right there. All right.
Every time I watch, guys, that's from our friends at TMZ. That's our friend Harvey Levin speaking to Combs's lawyer, Agna Fellow, from the downfall of Diddy, the indictment, now on to the, you know, from now on, he is stuck, Agna Fellow. His face is going to appear, and underneath it, it will say, 1 bottle of baby oil goes a long way. And you got Levin having to explain to Agna Fellow that baby oil is a lubricant for an orgy, but that's not what's happening here.
Baby oil is also a lubricant for ashy black skin of any gender. I mean, if your mind is dead, then your mind is dead. And let's ride. And that's what I'm saying about the Shannon Sharp joint. They said Shannon Sharp said that he was going to choke the young lady next time he see her. And they said, oh my God, he's going to commit violence. No, these are sex people having sexual conversations. When he's saying choke, he don't mean physically with his hands around his neck. He means with something in her mouth. That's what he meant by choking her, because he knows she don't like to do it. I mean, it couldn't be like that. But see, that's how we, you know, that's how you do it there. Yo, come on, y'all got to hit the like button while I bring this in. Let's get the intro 30-second break. Bring the like button, bring the like buttons up. Let's go. All right.
Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
All right. 8,000 people in the house, hit the like button. 8,000 people in the house, hit the like button. You came to party, let's keep it moving. See how we party on a Sunday? I hope y'all hit the like button, man. Let's keep it moving. Take some of these calls, see where we at. Yo, you're being recorded where you call your name, all that. Turn the TV down. All right.
Hey, peace. What's going on, you?
Ain't nothing. What's happening, fam? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from the Bronx, man, by way of North Virginia.
All right. Oh, Norfolk, you said? Huh?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Sir.
Now, you know, I caught my case that I went to trial on Granby Street.
No question. I recognize all. I remember you from back then.
All right.
Yeah, you, I didn't know if I was proper to elaborate on something like that at this time, but I just want to let you know, you on top of your game, and I love, seeing you where you at. It's just a total inspiration for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about me saying that from an angle, not trying to be a know-it-all or nothing, but I know you did time in the feds. I mean, our spirits was linked from the time when you was in the TV. When you had, whip out on niggas or whatever. I wasn't there because I ain't do no fed time. I did state time, 24 years to be exact. VA. So I've been out about 9 years now, but nothing personal about me though, man. Just, I love seeing you doing what you do. I remember you from back in the day at Wayne Mo's grandmother house.
Damn, Wayne Mo, rest in peace.
No question.
Ray was in the joint, used to come in there.
Doing a live, Mo. Hold it. Yeah.
I'm talking about from the shed, everything. I'm talking. I even remember you used to pull up. Your brother and y'all used to pull up out Lake Edwards. You know, you used to have a little Tawana in the joint. Y'all had a drop top, whatever. I used to see you around. You know, because I used to do the North thing and the Virginia Beach thing a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just proud. Man, I be, you know, and just your roots, your heritage, everything. How you carried it, my brother. You so solid, my man.
Thank you, homie.
Solid, man. It's hard. It's, you know what I'm saying? That I'm not into the journalistic thing. That's not my era. What I'm 50, 51. I'll be 52 this year. But, you know, for the guy that came before me, you know, how I walk my walk alone, how I did my time, and you know what I'm saying? Person I evolved into, man, and just trying to, you know what I'm saying, give back to the community, all these things, how you reaching out, though, the spirit, just keep it alive, because, like, I don't really have much, you know what I'm saying, to go on a lot of times. When I be seeing you, bro, yeah, I be like, that's my dog. Like, I don't believe in the brothers and the homies, OGs and things. I'm like you, I believe in the elders, but, you know, that generation gap thing, it's a hell of a thing now, you know, with all of the bullshit vibes that's going on out here now. Like, I can tell you a lot about me. You probably can really, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like,
But text me on the joint. Let me finish this show. I got my man Larry Moore on the phone all the way from DC. All right? All right, salute. All right. I'm bringing my man Larry in here. Hold up, man. Yo, what up, Mo?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Yo, you live, you being recorded, so you know, we don't do none of that rap bastard and flip-flop wearing in public bullshit over here at the Mecca. All right. What's up, son?
Man, ain't nothing, man. How you, man?
Yo, you came up here last night. I was waiting on you, and I called you back.
I was calling you, man. I kept calling you, man. But you know, it started raining down here real bad.
Yeah, it was raining up here too, but you know, Harlem was still partying. We was at Tito's last night. We was at Lou's joint on 113. Lou thought you was coming.
Yeah, man, but it just started raining real bad
Yeah.
down here, man. And you know, it was raining bad, and I ain't want to be driving in that rain.
All right. You got that one. You got that one.
That's all. That's why I was calling, man. I was gonna call you and Lou. Tell y'all, man, it's raining bad, man. I ain't gonna be traveling in that rain like that.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't want you to. It was raining bad last night, but you know, we only had to go a couple of blocks at a time to club hop.
How everything was? Everything was beautiful.
Yeah. I might post some pictures on my Instagram over there, Unique Mecca Audio, man. You know?
Okay, man.
Yeah, but you definitely got to come up here though, family.
All right, man. I'll try something this week, man. You know, see
Yeah. My birthday like Thursday or something, I think. It's the 8th, whenever the 8th fall on.
Thursday?
Yeah.
This month?
Yeah, this week coming up, this Thursday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I might come because I don't think it's supposed to rain next week, right?
Yeah.
And I can drive on up there. You know what I mean?
All right. Tell them who you are and where you calling from, man. Let the people know.
Oh, you got me on live, huh?
I didn't I just see you being recorded? Didn't I just say you being recorded?
Hey, you already said where I was from. Where you going from that?
Now I want them to hear it from you. Only you said like how it's supposed to be said. You from the city.
Yeah, I'm from that city, DC. Yeah, that's where I'm from.
All right, let it be known. You know, official brother always been there for me, man. You ain't gonna get more loyal than this, man. You know, and since he been home, he come up here. I go down there. He treat me like a king. I treat him like a king, and you know that's how family do. Right or wrong, fam?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know. All right.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I'm gonna be passing through there probably too by June. In June, I'm gonna come through there because I'm going on a road trip with my son. All right.
That's the best, man. Just hit me, man. Just hit me a little later when you're gonna take care of your business, man. And shout out to all the good men. You know what I mean? That's home. The men that's in that, you know, free all the good men. You know what I mean?
Speaking of that, let me ask you. What about Little Durk's situation? What about Little Durk?
Oh man, I ain't been following none of that. I ain't, you know what I mean?
No, they just dropped the murder charges and all that on him, and now they gave him a stalking charge, yo. I'm gonna do something on that later.
Oh, they dropped the murder up, man. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. They dropped the murder for hire joint, you know?
Alhamdulillah. That's good, man. He be home soon, man.
Yeah.
Inshallah, he beat everything.
Yeah. He go to court on my birthday, May 8th, for his bail hearing.
So that's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah. All right.
Free little Dirk. That's a beautiful thing.
All right, get back to what you're doing. Love your family. I'll call you when I get off, all right?
All right, that's the best.
All right, one. Who you are, where you calling from?
I get back to what you're doing. Love you, family.
Yo, turn that down. You gotta turn the TV down, son.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
What up, OG?
What up? You turn it down. Let's ride. Where you calling from?
Yeah, I was the OG with the Diddy shirt on. Did you blow me up again before this trial?
Oh yeah. I seen it with the not the black and yellow shirt.
Yeah. That's me with the Diddy down there. I did 400K on TikTok.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I looked at it.
Yo, but hold on now. This is. I'm gonna try to plug you up because you can be the plug. Because my shirt, Getty Images took 51 images. You can use my image that they took, and every time you talk about the Diddy trial, you just gotta just pan up, and you can just put that Diddy right there, and then just post whatever the trial they talking about. You got the shirt, you got the people behind it, the media behind it talking. I mean, I'm shooting the cameras and everything. So you got the fire right there, because all that happened when he got bagged in September. I'm that dude.
Right?
But I'm moving and shaking, dog.
As you should, you know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get out there, man.
Yes, you ain't saying nothing wrong.
So every time that trial come up, all you gotta do is just pick a nice little image with me pointing, whatever, with the Diddy trial on there, and just post it up, and then everybody will see the word with the, you know what I'm saying? The whole image, and then you just put your little subtitle in there. Because the one bro, he went up there Friday for him.
Hey, listen, thank you for being my producer. Call me off the show and we can produce further. And I'm definitely thinking about using that. All right?
Yeah.
All right. What's up? Where you calling from? Your name? What up? You're being recorded. You're being recorded. People like they don't hear me say you're being recorded.
Yeah, this OG Bernard.
What up, Bernard?
You know, my birthday also tomorrow.
Oh yeah?
Which is late. Yeah, I'm sitting here watching you on TV, man. I also did a long time too. Innocent. I did 25 years and got out.
Where in the state?
Yeah, in the state. And I also been up the north. I've been up north to Raccoon Island, you know, also. Then, you know, after I got out 2 weeks, I did 25 years, I got into it with a guy shot me in the face, SQ style, I'm missing one eye. So, you know, I've been through a lot. I understand what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up. I'm just calling in, wishing you a happy birthday and stay strong, man.
Yo, text me your name and interview. I definitely would like to interview you. I think they need to hear your story so they understand that it's real out there in the field.
Yeah.
All right. Text me that right now when you get off. Your name, you say interview, and you did 26 years. All right.
Okay, fam.
All right. All right. Yo. Hello. Hello. Where you calling? Where you calling from? You're being recorded. Being recorded.
Detroit, Michigan.
All right. What up?
James R. Jr. You know, 30 years ago, I had the same charge P. Diddy had. I was probably one of the first. Racketeering, prostitution ring. I would like to talk about that a little bit at some point.
Wait, text me. Listen, text me and just put interview, the first word, put interview, and then what you're talking about. We talk off the air, we make it happen, all right?
Write my number. You can write my number then.
Man, I'm doing it live. I can't stop to find a pen to write it down, dog.
Where's your
I don't have an assistant. All right. Yo, just text it over. All right. My man gonna tell me I'm supposed to have an assistant. Ain't he dead right too? But she's working. Y'all, where you calling from? You're being recorded.
I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, Georgia.
Hey.
All
I just
right.
called to say happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, King.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right.
Yes, and blessings to you. And I pray for God to bless you with many more birthdays to come in Jesus' name. And Diddy gonna get everything that he deserves because he's wrong.
There you go. All right.
Yeah. God don't like ugly, and he ain't too stuck on pretty. And everything in the dark is always gonna come to the light.
There you go. That's why I say let the trial play out. All right, Queen.
That's it. All right. Stay blessed.
All right.
You're looking good too, King.
All right. Thank you. 61 this Thursday. I'm 61. Yeah. 61.
Honey.
All right.
Don't relax, don't crack.
You already know. Yo, hello. Where you calling from? You're being recorded.
Hello. I'm calling from South Bend, Indiana.
Okay. Shout out to my man Genzo from down there, South Bend.
Hey. I just wanted to call in and first say happy early birthday. Second, I love what you're doing. I love your channel. I love everything about it, and I watch you every day.
All right.
I just want two comments, one on Shannon Sharp and one on Diddy. The first one on Shannon Sharp, I feel like the phone calls that they got, first of all, is on some kinky stuff.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that is, him, being abusive. I am a black woman, and I don't wish this on no women of any color. But as far as that go, I don't think that is necessarily him trying to be abusive. He's only doing what she has invited him. Her, what she like, which is some kinky, choked up stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have to come with more proof with that. Hopefully Shannon didn't do it. If he did, then he gonna get he gonna get what's coming. Now, as far as Diddy go, the only thing that's going on with sex trafficking is this Cassie stuff. Cassie need to sit down only because she done got paid her millions to shut up. She was in it for 10 years. Every time they show a picture of Diddy up there with at the freak out parties and things like that, everybody's smiling, everybody's happy. It don't necessarily look like nobody's against their will. So they're going to have to come stronger than that. I think that the police is very weak for trying to use podcasts and social media on its own. They're going to have to come with proof. They can't unofficially take these witnesses, unofficial people, and if they is, they're going to have to subpoena every single last person and see what proof is really the proof. You know what I'm saying? How do you indict one man on his own? What happened to the sex workers? What happened to prostitution being against the law? Why is nobody else getting arrested and tried? So that's all I wanted to say. But I thank you. I thank you for your podcast. You're great, and I appreciate you. And that's all I want to say.
All right. Thank you, Beck. All right.
Yep. Bye-bye.
All right. Yo, you're being recorded. You're on the live. Turn the TV
this OG again. Yo, you misspelled trial. Okay, you the typo, dog. The typo.
Where at?
On the headline when it say Diddy trial, you got trail.
All right, man. Yeah, I can't spell worth of crap. All right, we're gonna fix that right now. Good looking.
But it don't look good.
Yeah, no, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that. Thank you, family. I appreciate you. One love. All right, so let's get back to Nancy Grace, man.
It's not an orgy
call
with willing participants. It is forced sex.
The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. But because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs.
Did I just hear that number correctly? I don't think I need a hearing aid, but I did.
Okay, you heard that number correctly. How would any man have enough time to have all those freak offs and still make $1 billion? Somebody put it in the comments. I'm baffled. Hey, let's go. Yo, you're being recorded. Where you calling from? Turn the TV down. Yo.
Hello, you real?
Huh?
You Mecca?
Yeah.
I watch your show all the time. No, I wanted to see the Diddy thing live tomorrow. I want to start.
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do something with that tomorrow.
Also, what time you start?
Probably about 11. I gotta see what time the joint go. I'm gonna let it get it going a little bit. All right, but it's make sure you hit the notification bell and subscribe, and it'll alert you when I go. All right.
All right, then. Nice talking.
All right, sis. All right. Yo, where you calling from? You're being recorded.
Yo, Unique Mecca, what up, son? This is Massacre calling back from Miami, kid.
What's up, Massacre?
Hey, listen, man, I just wanted to, I just figured out everything of what's going on, and I see that it's your birthday coming up, so I just want to wish you happy birthday, you know what I mean?
I appreciate that, family.
Yeah, listen, man, every new day, I'm saying every new day is an opportunity to fix your wrongs from yesterday. It's an opportunity to, continue to chase your dreams, you know what I'm saying? And it's an opportunity to be a better man than you was yesterday. You feel me? So, God bless you. Yeah, God bless you. You know what I'm saying? He bless you with that. So, blessings. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
All right, appreciate that, family.
You're welcome, my brother. Peace.
All right. Hey, y'all, and I wanna take this time to personally thank y'all, because right now we got 7,500 people watching. I appreciate y'all. But right now, we need you to hit that like button so we can get another 700 by getting in the algorithm. So may you please hit the like button as I give you a little party. All right, so we back. Caller, what's up? Where you calling from? You're being recorded. Walaikum salam. All right, talk to him.
Cornbread. I don't know if all these people been following the case. It's not only Cassie. It's a 14-year-old girl that's getting on there saying she was held, drugged.
Yeah, but that's the one that dropped the case with Jay-Z. That's the one was with Jay-Z. They already dropped that.
I'm talking about with Diddy.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to find out this week. I'm definitely trying to find that out.
Yeah, so isn't that on? And they forgetting about what he did to Justin Bieber as a child.
But we're going
and Usher. So they got to look at that.
Yeah.
They wasn't grown. They were doing that. Keeping him for $48.
Well, let's see. They might be testifying at the trial. You never know. Let's see how it get, because they're going to have to put on something. You know what I mean? They got to put on something more than what we've been seeing, because we've been making up more than what we've been seeing,
And, he got funny behavior anyhow. Who hugs a man from behind? He wouldn't hug me like that.
All right. All right, family. All right.
Definitely heard the number. 3,285 people have come forward claiming that Sean Combs in some way molested or attacked them.
385 people. How did it have time to live a life other than commit these crimes? Somebody put it in the comment. I just want you to see how a lot of this sounds so ludicrous. They could have got the same amount of damage done by saying it was 20, 30 even. But 385? Where did time for work come? Hold up. Yo, you're being recorded. Turn the TV down. Where you calling from? You're being recorded. Turn the TV down. Something is on.
Okay.
Yo, what up?
What's up, Unique?
What up?
Hey, man, I'm just saying, with this whole Diddy trial, man, there's no way that he sex traffic all them people, man. I don't like the fact that what they call a sex trafficking these days, man. You fly a joint out, you have a good time with them. You send them back, you give them a little money, you send them back. How is that sex trafficking? I don't get it, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. But, it's the new era. They using old laws to get new people is what they doing. You know, they're using old laws to get today's morals, you know?
3,000 plus?
After vetting,
He
we
said
now represent
3,000?
120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. There are 60 males and 60 females. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old.
Now, hold up. Now, Diddy been with a 9-year-old? Did anybody see anything about this other than hear the news things made up on social media? A 9-year-old? If he's even remotely guilty of that, you know, that's something that's warranted, you know, the death penalty to me, man.
14 years old. We have one who is 15.
An alleged victim as young as 9 years old. A lot of people would find that very hard to believe, but wait until you hear the circumstances surrounding the claim of the 9-year-old. And now other minors are coming forward. One claiming he just quit the whole business and lives in regret that he left the industry after an alleged incident with Sean Combs.
This individual, who was 9 years old at the time, was taken to an audition in New York City with Bad Boy Records. Other boys were there to audition as well. All of them were trying to land a record deal. All of them were minors. This individual was sexually abused, allegedly by Sean Combs and several other people at the studio, in the promise to both his parents and to him himself of getting a record deal. Another minor told, allegedly by Sean Combs, that he would make him a star, but needed a visit with him and cried about it away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex upon him. An individual 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was drugged, and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual minor was, and then other individuals took turns. A very young man who told us at the hands of Sean Diddy Combs and his friends, in the effort to try to sign a record deal, this was kind of what he was told he would have to do. Had he not been in power, I feel like I could have been something great. I quit the industry because of what Sean Combs did to me.
All of these women and men coming forward, including 25 minors.
I say bring him up on criminal charges as well if he did that. If he's found guilty in criminal, then you go ahead and sue him in civil the same way they did O.J. Simpson, but they're doing the reverse here. They're charging him in civil court and using that to get public opinion to find him guilty in criminal court, because that's the wave of the social media.
Have a similar story. That's critical in the practice of law, because these witnesses don't know each other, yet their stories are startlingly similar. What are we learning about the alleged modus operandi, method of operation of Sean Diddy Combs? Listen.
They may be similar. They may be similar because it's the same lawyer handling the case. Thank you, Jay Carter. What do you think, Jay? You think it's because the same lawyer is handling the case? Somebody put it in the comments. Take these phone calls and get through now, because I'm about to tap out because we almost done.
Typically, the victim is lured into a situation where he or she is given a drink. Typically, that drink, reported by these victims, is apparently laced with something. Once that drink takes effect, the perpetrators perform all kinds of sexual acts on the victims, many times passing him or her around as other people watch and enjoy the show and then leave the victim shamed, confused, injured, and wondering what happened.
Whoa.
Please join us on our mission.
Yeah, so that's where we at with Nancy Grace. Been up here long enough. I really enjoyed this. I'm gonna pop back in later. Thank you for being respectful in the comments. Because you already know I'll block your ass in a minute. So we're not doing it. Angel Dickinson, what's up? Said, y'all, I'm gonna start doing lives, Angel. So I'm gonna need you to tap in, and you got the number. Reach out to me so we could coordinate and get these lives moving. All right, Angel. All right, make you say, All right. Abigail Truth, what up? All right, let me see where we at. Just showing some love, man who sent you. You know what I mean? What up, what up? All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go. I don't think you would have told nobody that. No. All right. I got diddled by the diddler, now pay me. Word, it's like anybody just say anything and they want to get paid. Somebody explain that to me. Y'all hit the like button real quick, man. I'm getting ready to tap out. I've been over 2 hours. We got 8,000 people watching right now. Them likes supposed to be way up more than what y'all seeing. And y'all tell me if I'm right or wrong. No way for the likes to be where they at with 8,000 people watching right now. All right, so let's keep this thing moving, man, you know?
Tranquilizer. If it knocks out a horse, what does it do to a lady? Joining me right now, death investigator, Joe Scott. What is horse train? I mean, look, if it knocks out a horse, what will it do to a person?
It'll take them down to their knees, Nancy. Xylazine is specifically what they're referring to in this particular case. What we're talking about is something that is expressly meant to use on equines, which are horses, in order to sedate them for surgery.
You know what else I haven't gotten to? So everybody get ready. Allegations that the baby oil that was found, 1,000 bottles of baby oil found at Diddy's home, was actually laced with GHB, gamma hydroxybutyrate.
Okay. We see how you hear all this on social media. He's not charged with none of this. If he had these so-called drugs that they're talking about, he would be charged. He wasn't charged with no drugs. But yet, listen to how they're going on about the drugs, and there's nowhere in the indictment that it says drugs, man. But on social media, there's all types of ketamine, alcohol, sour. What would it do to a woman? Let's keep it moving.
To date, drug, one of 6 new complaints filed in the last 48 hours, claiming Combs, quote, particularly fancied, end quote, Rohypnol. The date drug, gamma hydroxybutyrate.
Rodney Jones' explosive lawsuit claims that Diddy's chief of staff, Christina Coram, insisted that all employees carry a variety of drugs on their person at all times, so Combs' drug of choice was always available to him. In addition to pills, ecstasy, marijuana gummies, and GHB, one of Combs' alleged preferred drugs is pink cocaine, a mix of ecstasy, ketamine, caffeine, and a psychedelic known as 2CB or 2C.
Straight out to a former DEA agent in the Miami Field Division, former federal task force officer for the DOJ, Robert Crispin. Crispin, what is pink cocaine?
You know, it's a powdery substance of ketamine that's mixed in with a lot of other different drugs, such as GHB, MDMA. And these are drugs that alter the system and start to make your brain stop telling your body how to react and start to slow down. Therefore, you become prey to your victim. It's a designer drug. It's another date drug.
Pink cocaine actually looks pink. That's where it gets the name. It looks pink, and it is used often as a, quote, recreational drug. What effect does it have on the person using it, Crispin?
Has a lot.
Yo, your name and where you calling from?
Peace. This is Original C tapping back in, King.
What's up, son?
Indeed, man. Yo, Nancy. Yo, this story with Nancy, man, is upsetting me, man, because they really trying to put the whole Epstein case on Diddy. They couldn't get Epstein because he allegedly hung himself in MDC. So now they got to put Diddy on trial, you know what I'm saying? And put him in the same likeness and do exactly what they were intended to do, allegedly, to Epstein, to Diddy. I mean, it's self-evident, man. If you got a mind, same mind, and you can see through, you know, the BS, man, you can see this, man, just unfold right in front of you.
All right. Yeah, where you calling from? Your name. Turn the TV down.
All right. Call from Nationwide.
Hold on, turn the TV down. Turn the TV down. Go ahead, homie.
Yeah, man, I think they bullshitting with Diddy, man. They think wasn't doing nothing but fucking bitches, bro.
What's the language, son?
Oh, my bad. They BSing with Diddy, man.
Yeah.
That nigga wasn't going to having orgies and stuff, man.
Mm.
They playing with that man's top just because he rich. That's it.
You already know. All right.
Man, I like watching you too, man.
All right. Thank you, family. All right. One. So that's where we at. Now we're going to find out what this date drug do to you. All right.
A lot of different effects. And to talk about the color, they do put food coloring in there as well. And they also do make it at times smell like strawberries by chance. But it starts to shut down your response system and to sometimes make you do hallucinations, sometimes make you very sleepy, sometimes not be able to control your functions. It all depends on what drugs they're actually mixing this with. And depending who the chemist is, who decides to put what in there, it's just a variety of all the date drugs. GHB, the gamma hydroxybutyrate. It could be MDMA, also known as ecstasy. So it's a deadly combination, but it's used widely at these parties to give to victims so they can't fight you. You can't fight after you've ingested it.
Take a look at this dispensary item. Now, we believe that this was used to inject people, drug people without their knowledge at these parties. How would this work? Look at that.
Because it's a powdery mix, and it's got to be diluted first. And you can't carry a liquid around in a Ziploc sandwich baggie or a small baggie. It's just going to spill everywhere. So what they do is they put it into here and they mix it so it's a clear liquid or it's red or whatever color they put the food coloring in, so they can actually walk up to a drink and quickly do a diversion and release the liquid into the drink. Whereas if it was a powder, then they would have to sit there and stir it, and they're going to get caught. These are pre-packaged, ready to go, loaded devices to put in somebody's drink. And that's why they use those. And you can carry them anywhere. You can carry them in your jacket pocket, you can carry it in your pants pocket. And when you're ready to go, you just lean over, do a diversion, and you can put it right in the drink.
Oh, man. Nancy Grace, what you think about this, though, man? I got stuck for a minute. You know what I mean? Oh, man. You got stuck. Let's see where we at. Oh, man. No, Coke is ready. Hold up. Y'all better get them calls. I'm about to tap out. What's up? All right. Let's go. Cocaine include 2CB, MDMA, ecstasy. Break it down. You know what I mean? Their circles might have overlapping, but okay. All right, so been on here long enough, man. Make sure you go check out my daughter's YouTube channel at Juanita Mecca Audio, Juanita Mecca Audio, and Unique Mecca Audio. Prison stories. You want to hear prison stories at Mecca Audio TV if you just want to show some love and see what's going on. All right.
Cheers.
I'm out of here. Hit that like button on the way out. Hit that like button on the way out. Hit that like button on the way out. Hit that like button. Hit that like button on the way out. Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
fresh out the can of 26. Feet back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself linked in. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops. Mecca audio.